Good afternoon, good morning. This is Mark Johnson from Loyalty 360. Hope everyone's happy, safe, and well. Want to welcome you to another edition of our Leaders in Customer Loyalty series. In this series, we speak with leading brands about what they are seeing and hearing on the front lines of customer, channel, and brand loyalty. Today, we had the pleasure of speaking with Erin Corrigan. She's the Senior Manager of Digital Marketing at Donato's. How are you today, Erin?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us today. It would be great to know a little bit more about you. We'd like to start these on a more personal note, what you do at Donato's, maybe some history about your different work experiences you've had.
Sure. I've been with Donatos for about 8 years. I started out kind of mostly in the loyalty and SMS space. I'm sorry, email and SMS space, and then moved into loyalty when we started this program. And prior to this, I was doing UX design work at JPMorgan Chase. And I also have some background in graphic design, branding, and event graphics as well. So,
Okay. A little bit of everything in the marketing and digital side. That's good. Is there a fun fact about you, something you like to do? You have 14 kids, you like to scuba dive, jump out of planes. What's a passion you have maybe outside of work?
I am an avid Pokemon Go player.
Okay. I
Yes,
have
people still play that.
we have not heard. I didn't know people still played that. I don't play it, but that's okay. Okay. I think the first time for that one, so that's good. Donato's. I'm obviously intimately familiar with Donato's, but for those who may not know about Donato's, can you give us a brief history of the company, what you guys do, where you do it?
Sure. So we were founded, this is actually our 60th anniversary this year. We were founded in 1963 in Columbus, Ohio, down on the south side. The Thurman Avenue store is our first location. And the story goes that Jim Grody was 19 years old and he bought that first pizza place for less than $2,000. And then just we started expanding. I think our franchise operation started in the 70s. And so now we're in a whole load of different states. We were owned by McDonald's for 4 years, and then the founding family purchased the company back. And yeah, we've been family owned and operated ever since, and we're
Yeah.
bringing up our third generation of family leadership right now. So
Okay, great. You have a good loyalty program, award-winning and very unique. Can you talk about the Donato's Rewards program? How does the program work? A brief overview may have how people engage with the program and what are the benefits?
sure. So the points, perks, and free pizza is what we like to say, just as the kind of quick and easy summation of it. Members earn points for every purchase, but then there are other opportunities to engage with the brand, bonus points opportunities. So double points on, for example, National Pizza Day. But then we also do some just general engagement surveys where people can earn points that way. We also do, we have a badge program now that we've just started where if somebody earns a badge for a desired behavior, for example, ordering online, ordering certain products, menu exploration, frequency, those kinds of things, they do get bonus points that way, as well as the recognition of having the badge, bragging rights, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Um, and yeah, and then all of our rewards are just recently on demand. So, free pizza is sort of the main attraction, but you can get anything pretty much that's on the menu almost at this point, depending on how many points you have. So we see people kind of redeeming for wings or redeeming for desserts or anything they want at any time. Sometimes we even throw in sweepstakes entries and things like that just to keep things fresh.
Okay.
And then there's also an annual birthday reward too. So
Okay, great. When is National Pizza Day for those listening?
oh my gosh.
Uh,
There's actually two. There's pizza month, there's cheese pizza day, there's pepperoni pizza day, and national pizza day. And to be honest, I cannot keep them all straight.
Holy cow, it's a lot of pizza days. That's good. That's good to know that cheese pizza has its own day. That's very good. So emotional loyalty, very important to brands. They can struggle with regard to getting to an emotional state with their customers, but good pizza is always one that I think is a prime candidate for emotional loyalty. What does emotional loyalty mean to Donato's, and how do you engender emotional loyalty within your organization and within the program?
Oh gosh, well, I mean, our brand has always been very people first. There's a lot of elements to it that are very I guess, somewhat touchy-feely and warm and fuzzy. And, and one of the founding principles of the brand too has always been to treat others the way you want to be treated, or the way they want to be treated, I guess. So, we've always been a people first brand. And I think it's just, we use the rewards program as an extension of the brand in that way. But we definitely keep our tone very engaging and fun and upbeat, like more so here than maybe in some of our other communications out. So, the brand is definitely warm and fuzziest in the loyalty space.
Okay, that's good. What are some of the challenges or opportunities you see around emotional loyalty?
Well, I think just getting people to understand it. We are, being in the pizza business, you rely a lot on discounts, discounts, discounts. And, um, there's a huge focus on dollars and margins and ROI and everything. And it's really difficult to see, because emotional loyalty has such a longer term impact. It's hard to see that up front and to be able to sell that. And some people just don't understand it. So I think that's
Okay.
the biggest challenge we have sort of internally with that.
And employee engagement, employee loyalty is something I know you have a passion about. It's obviously very important in the CSR space, in the QSR space with the CSRs, that, to have that there's turnover in the industry. But, how do you look at keeping employees trained and engaged, maybe even differently today with some of the challenges people have around staffing?
Oh, sure. Well, we always encourage all of our associates to sign up for the rewards program. I know not every brand does that, but
Yep.
it's important to us that they join, because it's the easiest way for us to train them is to have them use the program so they know how it works firsthand.
Okay. Is that when they're familiar with the program, do you see kind of different engagement levels? Are there things they do within the program that maybe a normal customer may not do?
Well, we're not able to see yet
Okay.
who associates are, but that is a longer term goal. We would love to kind of merge our people databases so that we
Okay.
can.
Great. When you look at it's kind of the economic uncertainty we have now, some brands are doing well, some not as much. Even with the recent bank closures, I know there's been some challenges with sales around those couple of weeks. But with kind of economic uncertainty, can a customer loyalty program, a customer loyalty focus, be a hedge against uncertainty?
Oh, sure. I mean, because we're able to see so much into purchasing behaviors and, what people are doing before and after a certain point in time, how their behaviors change or don't. It helps us to be able to market to them. And then we also have all their purchase history, so we can know which offers appeal to them more, or are more likely to get them to join. And then we've got the machine learning component as well that we sometimes use to, figure out who it makes sense to target based on whether they're likely to visit again or not. Do they need just a little bit of a nudge? Do they need a bigger nudge? So we kind of work with all of those factors.
Okay. A great deal of discussion recently, or last couple of years, should I say, with regard to customers changing. Brands are trying to understand what the expectations are, what their interests are. COVID had a big impact on that, and then coming out of COVID, how do you think your customers are changing at Donato's and maybe within the industry as a whole?
It's been difficult, I think, navigating a little bit with the inflation that's been happening. There's definitely a lot more price consciousness in the purchase decisions. That's probably the biggest change that we've seen. And, it's also been a little bit of a challenge for us too, coming out of COVID, because there are a lot more options now that a lot of places have reopened. So we're definitely just trying to navigate all of those different pieces and parts. And I think we're doing better than we would be without a loyalty program.
Okay, great. When you look at other programs, we have a membership community, and you've been actively involved in that. You get to talk to other brands about their customer loyalty programs and processes. Is there a brand that you find yourself loyal to, or you think that's doing a really good job with regard to their customer loyalty efforts?
I'm stalking Chipotle, actually.
Oh, okay.
Among others, but that's my primary one that I like to watch.
Okay, good. Well, and last question, what can Loyalty 360 do to help you and your team with your customer loyalty program?
Oh gosh, I mean, I really enjoy the discussions that we have with other brands that just give some insight into, are the challenges we're facing normal or specific to us, or, how does the industry that we're in influence, what our worldviews are when it comes to all things loyalty.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us today, Erin. It's been a while since we've had an interview with you, but it's great to catch up with the Donatos program. Continue to make great headways and keeping it fresh, which is great to hear. So thank you very much for taking the time to talk today.
Thank you. It's been great.
Absolutely. And thank you everyone for listening today. Make sure you check back for additional episodes of our Leaders in Customer Loyalty series soon. Have a wonderful day.